So apparently, I've been doing DoorDash all wrong. What's up, guys? Today's gonna be a different type of video. Just recently, your driver Mike did a reaction video to my very first time doing DoorDash, which is this video right here. I didn't even know he did this until I was in my YouTube Studios back office and saw that he actually mentioned me or tagged me in it. And going through the comment section, it looks like he really ripped me to shreds. I'm kidding. I don't think it was that bad, but I thought it would be pretty fun to do a reaction video to his reaction video to see what I can learn. I've only been doing DoorDash for about 4 months right now. As you guys can see, I've only done like a handful of orders. So let's see what a new dasher like myself, as well as some of you who might be new, and even you veterans who might be able to pick up a few more tricks from good old your driver Mike. So we're gonna fire up the tube here and watch this together and see what he has to say.
There's nothing like that first ever shift, right? Well, that's what Lavaris is doing in Texas, driving for DoorDash for the first time. I've done Walmart unloading trucks. I've done customer service, answering 100 plus calls a day. My first shift on DoorDash was probably 5-ish years ago. Now, this is all I do here. I help you make money in different side hustles. I've basically done them all. So
pretty interesting. We seem to kind of have a similar background. Before I started doing this, I worked at a call center. And let me tell you, that was the most soul-sucking job I have ever had in my life. If I can help it, I will never go back to a call center ever. And for those of you who do call center work, my hat's off to you. So I'm not going to give up on DoorDash, but I do have to make some money. There is a point pickup order that's in here. It's 10
point pickup, $10.23, 1.5 miles. Folks, I'm just saying, I've done point pickup as well here in Pittsburgh, and I kind of like them as one of my favorite filler apps.
We call them auxiliary apps on this channel, Mike. Auxiliary apps.
All right, let's take a look here. $7.50. This order, pickup from Papa. Okay, he's already accepted. I wish we would have saw the order screen.
Sorry.
So I could see, you know, the miles, what have you. $7.50 is not bad. As long as it's, again, we're aiming for $1.75, ideally $2 to $3 plus per mile. Hold on. What does this text say? Hey, DoorDash here. Got the food. Confirming drop off. No contact delivery. We'll text when items. Okay, let's talk about this. Controversial or not. Do you need to do this? No. Is it going to increase tips, provide the customer with a better experience? Or is it just going to be like phone spam? Like, dude, I know, because the app shows you. The person's tracking you on their computer, on their phone. It says arrived. It says picking up. It says on the way. I would say only really text if there's an issue.
So that is actually a really good point. From the very beginning, just my customer service training, I'm big on communication. As he said, though, these apps will be alerting the customers throughout every step of the way. And it's just up to them to like pay attention to their phone. Even when we directly call some of these people, they still don't answer. So it would be interesting for me to do one day of restaurant orders and not texting these people just to see what happens. Now, I'm not texting them to get an extra tip. I'm just texting them to let them know what I'm doing and where I am with the whole order situation. Some people say thank you. Some people never write back. I mean, it is what it is. People don't even tip you when you bend over backwards, like when you bring up 8 cases of water up 3 flights of stairs. So what do you think a text message is going to do? He texted me so well, I'm going to tip him $80. But when it comes to communication, that is one of the metrics, at least on Uber Eats, I don't know so much about DoorDash, that it does measure on. It says, how was the communication? How was the drop off? How was the food? And a whole lot of other things. So I'm just kind of marking off those things. But I would say the text message probably would only be beneficial if there was an issue with the order or if it was a double order. So if it's a double order, no matter what, I'm telling the customer what's going on because I don't want them thinking that I'm running off with their food. But let's get back to what Mike has to say.
I don't really have problems with hotels.
Do you have any spots for us to park?
He's making a delivery. The customer requested that that he drops it off at their actual room door. I've had both. What have you had? And again, this is his first day, so he doesn't really know what's the status quo. Ugh.
Well, it's my first day as a DoorDash, Mike, but it's not my first time around this rodeo.
This ain't my first time at the rodeo.
I've been doing deliveries for about 3 years now. Wow. Yeah, thank you. Give it up. There really is no status quo. I've gone into some hotels, where they have let me actually take it directly up to the customer's door. I can understand some people have said they hate delivering to hotels, especially women, because that can lead to a very crazy situation going to a stranger's door. Some hotels more recently do not let you go up there. They don't want random strangers just wandering the hotel, and I can completely understand that. So they have you leave it at the service desk or the check-in check-in desk or the reservation desk and have the customer come down and get it. That would be a point where you would want to communicate with the customer through a text message or phone call.
I feel like for some reason, I don't mind delivering to the door at a hotel. More so than an apartment complex.
I agree. I prefer to deliver to a hotel than I would an apartment complex. Just for the simple fact, it's going to be laid out so much more simpler. It's all in one building. Door number 1s are going to be on the first floor. 2s are going to be on the second floor, so on and so forth. An apartment complex, that's a totally different situation. All right, let's get back to this.
I feel like it's just laid out easier.
Much easier.
Just be me. I have no idea. I feel like it's laid out easier at a hotel versus an apartment. I don't know. That's my hunch, but I've always delivered to the customer.
I'm just going to roll with the punches because I can see where this is taking me as far outside of my zone, which is where I normally don't like to go. But just for the sake of the video and just having a little fun.
Sake of the content, exactly. See, that's one of the things you have to consider if you're new to these gig apps is that ending destination. It seems pretty good. Oh, it's a good restaurant. Normally they're on the ball. But if it ends, I'd say 10 minutes out of busy zones, power strips we call it, do you want to go out there? Is it worth it?
So he's bringing up a good point here for people who might be doing DoorDash new. Like I said, I'm new to DoorDash. I'm just learning the app, but the whole like strategy thing, that's nothing new to me. Orders should be very dependent upon what you're doing. So I know I'll take certain orders just to get my day going. That will take me to different like little hotspots. But I will also take an order that maybe have a few higher miles if it's paying for me to head back to my home base. Because it's going to be miles you're going to have to drive anyway, right? So if you can get an order that's going to take you back to home base and pay for those miles so you don't have any dead miles, that's something you're going to want to do. In this video, that order was actually taking me further away than I actually wanted to be. But for the sake of the content, as Mike said, I was just rolling with the punches. No harm, no foul. But if you're really trying to make some money, don't just be taking orders for what is it, giggles and grins.
Oh, if you're outside the zone like this, yes, you can get orders still. Ideally, they want you back in the zone because obviously those dashers are going to be preferred. Would we see that little gray zone there versus the darker zone that
See, this is one thing I just don't like about DoorDash. I mean, if you guys really want like everything that Mike is telling you, please go check out his channel. He's a very knowledgeable person. I've been subscribed to him for years. Like I said, I didn't know he was doing this video because the thumbnail didn't have me on it at all. Which I don't understand. But anyway, Uber is so much easier. No matter where you are, you can just turn it on. And if there's a restaurant and order around you, it'll just send it to you. DoorDash, you have to schedule, you have to dash now, you have to be in a certain zone, you have to give like your kidney, your firstborn. It's just so many unnecessary steps just to deliver some food. Come on, guys. Come on.
You can go offline. You can end your dash if you think this zone is going to be busy enough. That's risky, of course, because you could go offline and your dash and then try to go online in the immediate zone and it's not busy enough, or there's better peak pay. And I mean,
useless.
Yeah, again, I'd go.
You can go offline and then have the potential of not being able to get back online.
Let's say,
not to mention the fact that I have a brand new account, so DoorDash is probably trying to lure me in, sending me a lot of pretty decent offers.
Is that true?
Yes.
What do you? If you're a new dasher.
That's absolutely true. When you sign up to these apps, you seem to get more or better offers, higher paying things. And I really feel that is to try to bring you into the app, to sucker you in, thinking that this is how it's always going to be. And it's not. It's really not. You're going to have some good days. You're going to have some low days. Acceptance rate is too low for any of these apps. They're going to start buffering the orders, sending you more of the bottom feeding orders. And the one thing that I found, because I actually haven't been working in quite a while, the best way to get a lot of good orders is just to not work the apps. I will take time off from an app, maybe a week or maybe 2 weeks if I can. I know that's not the norm for everybody. Some people have to work the apps they have. But once you do that, they'll start sending you a lot of bonuses. The bonuses you used to get in the beginning that made you fall in love with these apps, because I haven't been on Walmart all April, and look at all these bonuses they keep sending me. Come on, if you don't make 200, we'll give you the extra money. If you do 5 orders, we'll give you an extra $50. Uber Eats too, we miss you. And DoorDash, I'm only upset with you because y'all haven't removed that contract violation that y'all know I was not responsible for. But anyway, I digress.
Will the app send you more enticing orders because you're new? I don't know.
They do.
I've thought that as well.
Keep thinking that, Mike.
Do you think?
Keep thinking that. And what do you guys think? When you first started, did you see better offers? Were you making more money? I'm not talking about just being like in the whole 2020 gold rush. Were you seeing better offers? Maybe decline more stuff? Did you see some of those higher paying offers go down the drain? Let me know. As I become more seasoned and a more veteran delivery driver, I wonder if those orders are still going to look just as good, or if these areas are going to stay that busy. Probably not. To say my first impressions of DoorDash wasn't that great, only because of all the of issues I ran into just trying to start my Dash. But once I got into a zone, the orders that I did receive were pretty decent as far as the pay compared to the miles. Definitely looking forward to adding DoorDash to my arsenal of Infinity apps, because with the absence of Corner Shop, I'm definitely gonna need it.
Good stuff, Lavaras.
Good stuff from you, Mike. Thank you for reviewing my video. I actually did learn a few things that I'm actually going to implement moving forward, especially the whole text message thing. I'm going to back off on the text messages and just see what does it do? Probably not much, because like I said, I don't think most people even care. It can be a little bit of information overload. But anyway, if you guys are looking for more tips, please go check out Your Driver's Mike. He has some really good information on many different apps besides just DoorDash. And if this is your first time watching me, subscribe and hit the like button so I notice you like this video.
And there's also one from Lavaras, his first ever Walmart Spark shift. Maybe that could be next, to let me know.
So it doesn't look like he's going to be leaving me alone anytime soon.
Leave Brittany alone!
So if you guys want to see a reaction video to that video, if he makes it, let me know and I will keep my eye out for that. But until next time, guys, I hope you're doing well, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.